What's up, guys? Jad here, and got a pretty good gameplay Domination Summit, but I'm gonna jump right into this commentary. Earlier today, I was on the YouTube homepage and I was just seeing what people uploaded today, and I saw that Optic Midnight uploaded a video of her experiences with paranormal activities and just ghosts in general, and it got me thinking that I kind of wanted to share with you guys my story about paranormal activities. And I've never told anybody about this. I haven't even told my real life close friends because it's just something that I never really got around to telling people. I just never felt that like people should know about it, but I don't know. I kind of want to get somebody else's perspective on it. So it started when I was about 10 years old. I would just be like, say I was sitting around doing homework. I would be like, out of the corner of my eye, I felt like I could see somebody just sitting there watching me, and even like I could just sense somebody's eyes were just glued to me, and they were watching me and watching every move I make, and it would honestly freak me out, and it gives me goosebumps even talking about it right now, because I'm afraid that like if I do tell you guys all this, that this stuff is gonna happen again, but I don't know, it's just freaky. So that's how it started. I just felt like somebody was watching me, and I never really told anybody about it. I just kind of shrugged it off, and then it started getting worse. It got to the point where I was walking down the steps, and like when you walk down my steps, if you go to the left, there's like my family room, and then if you go to the right, there's my dining room. So, and then if you go more to the left, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, then you walk into my kitchen, and it was like late at night, I remember, and the only people in my house were like me and my parents. I remember my brother was out of the house or something, and my sister, I think, was in college at the time. So um, I was walking downstairs, and I saw somebody walk into the kitchen. I honestly like saw a figure walk into the kitchen, so I just assumed it was my mom. So I followed her in there, and I was gonna ask my mom like what she was doing. And when I walked into the kitchen, all the lights were off and nobody was in there. So I went upstairs, and my mom was asleep in her bed. So, and my dad was asleep too. So uh, it wasn't any of them, and nobody else was home. So um, I just kind of went to sleep, and then a few weeks later, um, I was sleeping, and then all of a sudden I just woke up in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., and I couldn't breathe, and I was like, it felt like somebody was suffocating me, and their hands were like holding down my neck, and I couldn't breathe. So I started screaming, and my parents came into the room, and I just told them that like I felt like someone was suffocating me, and their first thoughts were like that I was just having a bad dream, and I just kind of overreacted. So they just put me back to sleep and whatever. So um then when I was about this that was when I was about like 10, 11. Then when I was about 12, nothing really happened anymore after that. After that night when I couldn't breathe, and then when I was about 12, I started hearing like footsteps outside my room, and that's not really, excuse me, that's not really awkward for me, just because I mean I had like four people in the house at the time, so I just didn't think anything of it. Um, but I kind of that kind of freaked me out a bit, just because the thought that there were ghosts was still fresh in my mind. So whether those were ghosts or not, I'm not sure. So yeah, I heard those footsteps, and then I would hear somebody knocking at my door, and when I go to open the door, nobody was there. So then one night, I remember this night, I was still 12. It was like a few months after the knocking on the door and whatnot. Again, it was just me and my parents home, and again, it was late at night, and I could hear footsteps outside my room, and I knew my parents were sleeping at this time. So I got a flashlight, and I went outside, not outside my house, like outside my room, and I heard a door slam, and that's when I really got freaked out. So I went back to my room and I just kind of sat there. I didn't sleep the rest of that night. And then that same night, kept hearing footsteps. So the next weekend, my parents weren't home. It was just me and my sister this time. And I know my sister was in her room. I think she was watching a movie or something. So I was in my room alone. It was probably like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. And like we have a little beeper thing that goes off when like our front door opens. And I heard that go off. Even though our garage, and like that's my garage door. So our garage was closed and that thing went off. So my initial thought was like, okay, it was probably the wind or something. But when I went downstairs, the door was closed shut and locked. So I don't know exactly what that was. So the door was locked, and I told my sister, and she told me that she heard the door open too, and she thought it was me. So that kind of freaked me out a bit, and I didn't know what to do. And then it really started getting freaky when I was about 13 or so. I was home alone, and I was in the kitchen, and in the kitchen there's a door that goes down to my basement. And it's just like when I walked past the basement door, through the crack I could see the light turn on and off real quick. And I went down there to see if anybody was there, and there was nobody down there. And that really freaked me out. And I called my parents right away, and they told me just to go to my room and just stay in there until they got home. That's when they started actually believing me that stuff was happening. And nothing really has happened since that night, and I'm really hoping that nothing does happen anymore, because it's really traumatizing. If you guys have never experienced that, I really hope you guys don't, though. You may think that it sounds fun or it could be cool to experience it, and that's actually what I thought up to the times when I started experiencing them. And I actually have goosebumps right now because it just freaks me out talking about it. That's part of the reason why I never really told the story. So if you guys did enjoy the stories and the commentary, just please give this video a like for me, guys, and put in the comments below if you guys have ever experienced anything like that, or what you think this could be a logical explanation or something like that, because I believe in ghosts, and I know not to fuck with that stuff. So it really freaks me out. So I'm just gonna leave you guys to watch the last minute or so. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to give this video a like; it helps out a lot. So peace.
Lifeline incoming.
You know what I mean? I wish you could get like a high or like 5 to 6. That would be kind of old for
Securing B. Friendly spy plane inbound.
Where are you?
B secure. Enemy Cobra approaching.
You go like big cats.
Losing B.
Yeah, I don't think
Good job.